I would love to work for Pear VC as a fellow for a few main reasons. So, firstly, I really like the ethos of the dorm room focus, and I've enjoyed learning more about Pear VC after meeting Harris previously. Secondly, I'd really love the opportunity to act as the the first UK ambassador, and I think that I'd have a strong skill set to be able to do so. And thirdly, I have some sector experience in biotech, SaaS, and in AI, which I know Pear VC have invested in previously. So if I delve a bit in detail into more into those. So in terms of my interest in Pear VC, I first got introduced when I came across Harris, and I was really grateful for the chance to stay in contact with him after. And since then, stayed up to date with his work and saw his work at Pear VC. I really liked reading about that, and particularly portfolio companies like Affinity. And what really resonated was seeing them as undergraduates drop out and back this vision. And I know going to a university like Cambridge, I know so many people like that from being in our entrepreneurship societies, VC societies, enterprise. I've met so many amazing founders in Cambridge that I feel like I would be able to create a strong sense of community, and I really understand the dorm sort of focus. And I think that it's not necessarily as big of a thing in the UK, and I think there'll be opportunity to make a huge impact there. In terms of how I'd love to be an ambassador for Pear VC, previously in the UK, I've run a VC internship which had over 2,000 applicants, and I had 15 interns. And I've also done access conferences in Cambridge colleges, which have had over 200 people at them. So I understand the sort of infrastructure briefly of how to make these events, and that's something I'd really like to do. I know so many people that I would love to sort of contribute their ideas and startups to a firm like Pear VC. And thirdly, in terms of sector expertise and experience in VC, I've tried my best to be really active. I'm really keen to learn more about VC. And so after I spoke to Harris last, I ended up working in 3 venture capital funds, ranging from a venture studio in Amsterdam to seed stage. And then now I'm interning for another few weeks at a growth fund with 3 billion AUM. And then I've worked in a seed fund with 400 AUM. So I've had a varied experience, and I found that seed stage with the early ideas and backing the management team really exciting. And so that'll be really where I'd like to have my sort of focus. I'm currently a medical student at Cambridge, and so I have some biotech exposure, and I've worked on SaaS projects, AI projects, and as well as into AI focused startups. And so I feel like that would be something, and those experiences would be something I'd be really keen to learn further from at Pear VC. And so, yeah, really enjoyed what I've learned about Pear VC so far, and would really love to be an ambassador in the UK. Thank you very much for considering my application.